Hello, my name is Cass Della and I am a watercolour artist and surface pattern designer based in Noosa in Australia, and I am here filming a YouTube video for you based on a new project that I have started in 2026 called the 365-day project, or Project 365, whatever. And here I am. I had no intention of filming for YouTube, creating a YouTube channel or anything like that, but here we are. And so I wanted to explain to you what I'm doing and why, and hope that you might come along this journey with me. So coming into 2026, I knew that I wanted this year to be about connection, like forming a deeper connection with you guys, with my students, with my audience, with people who follow my art. I've been doing this for 12 years now. I started my business in 2013 and it's pivoted and changed, but it's always been based around art and design. And so, yeah, I've run courses, like there's just so much that I've done. And yeah, coming into really thinking about the year that had passed in 2025 and thinking about 2026, I wanted it to be about connection. And a word that came to me actually a couple of days before Christmas, it just popped into my head. The word was vulnerability. And I'm not usually one to pick a word for the year because I can't usually stick to anything. So I just choose a few words or a vibe kind of thing. But vulnerability came in really strong. And I went, oh, okay, vulnerability, I think, is my word. Vulnerability and connection is my vibe for 2026. And so I just left it at that and thinking, okay, something's going to come through, I'm going to do something where I'm sharing more. And nothing really kind of came to me, but I knew that, the feeling in December, you're kind of like, oh, I'll just wait to the new year and kind of figure it out then. And that was kind of my vibe. And then on New Year's Eve, I had this idea to paint a canvas. And something also about me, I do watercolor and I also do surface pattern design. But about a year ago, I started painting these beautiful washes onto raw canvas. And it was something that I experimented with for a while. And then I actually launched some canvases last year, at the beginning of 2025, and I had them in a gallery and I sold all of them. Actually, I think I have one little mini one left. But it was just a process that I absolutely fell in love with. And I didn't really know where it would go or what I would do with it. But on the last day of the year, I just had this idea of creating a canvas, and I ordered these canvases and they arrived a couple of days before Christmas. So I'm like, okay, I've got the canvases. And so I just had this idea of layering a canvas day after day for 365 days of the year, starting on the 1st of Jan. So I'm recording this on the 2nd of Jan, and I started this canvas yesterday on the 1st of Jan. So the idea being that I put a layer down on the canvas every single day of the year, and that layer represents an emotion of the day. So I realize we have multiple emotions throughout the day, but this is more about the core feeling of the day. And so yesterday, being the 1st of Jan, it was all about optimism, and that excited energy of the beginning of the year. And so I chose this vibrant pink, which doesn't look as vibrant when it's a wash on the raw canvas, but I chose this beautiful pink color that represented that excitedness and optimism for the year. And so then what I'm going to do is on the back of the canvas, write down every single emotion, 365 emotions that I experience every single day. And then whatever's on the front of the canvas, the layer that you see, the color, the symbol, whatever it might end up being, is the representation of that day. And it's the feeling of that day. And something that I talk about a lot in my work is that I'm really trying to capture a feeling. And so when this idea came to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect, because this is all about feelings. And like I said, like it could be a wash of color, it could be small, it could be big, it could be just a mark, it could be a symbol that represents a day. I literally have no idea how this canvas is going to end up. And I think that's the beauty of it. And this idea came in and I was like, this is such a cool idea. Like, got really excited about the idea. And oh my God, the whole idea ballooned in my mind to the point where I couldn't stop thinking about it the entire day, the first day of the year. And then into the night, I think I was up to like 1 a.m., like thinking about all these different things, which is how this YouTube channel came about. So my first thoughts were obviously like just creating the canvas. And then I realized what it actually represented, which was the beauty of it is just like honestly makes me emotional just thinking about it. And that meaning behind that is so much of what we are lacking in today's society. So, it really goes against everything that AI represents. And I'm not anti-AI, but when it comes to creativity, I'm fiercely protective of the creative process. And something, if you already know my work or if you don't know, I am so passionate about everybody uncovering their uniqueness and what it is that, they bring to the world, their gifts and their storytelling. And what this canvas really represents is it represents patience because it's one layer at a time over 365 days. It represents dedication. It represents feeling and emotion. It represents sticking to something. It represents slowing down. It represents just one little small thing can make a big difference. And so much more. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just like in love with this project. I'm just like literally one canvas. And so then I was thinking, how do I share this process? And this is when like my mind was pinging late at night because I was like literally could not sleep. And I was like, how do I share this? And kind of ask the question. And then funnily enough, I had been watching a couple of YouTube videos that afternoon. And they were actually from, if you know the brand Dreamy Moons, and they were Annie's videos from Dreamy Moons. And I hadn't known much about Dreamy Moons. And honestly, this is life and tangents, right? Like it started off where Megan, who works for me, she left late last year and she loves Dreamy Moons. So I was like, I want to get her a gift that she'll love. So I went to the Dreamy Moons website, and it was the first time I really dove into all the Dreamy Moons offerings, fell in love with it so much. I was like, okay, I need to get something for myself as well, but I'll get Megan something. And then somehow I stumbled across Annie's YouTube and I'm still unsure of how I got to the YouTube channel because I don't think I clicked the link on the website. But anyway, I got to the YouTube channel. She only has 18 videos or something, but I just watched her recent ones, she has 3 recent ones. And I was like, oh my God, she's so natural the way she's talking. It's clearly just in her home or a studio. She even says how she doesn't want to edit them because she's like, I forgot how to edit videos. And I was like, and it was almost like this permission slip to be like, actually, you can just show up and talk and be yourself. And then again, I was like, oh my God, 2026 is all about authenticity. It's all about showing up real. It's all about being unfiltered. It's all about being vulnerable. And I was like, this is my word. This is what I need to lean into. And I didn't think much of it at the time, but I was like, oh, this is cool. And then as I was going to sleep, I was like, how do I share this process of my 365 days? Thinking that on Instagram, and you guys, I'm sure will relate to this, it's very fast moving. Instagram is something I don't know, for me, I kind of pick it up on the go, have a look. I'm not really sitting there and scrolling and really taking my time and being intentional about watching things. And I was like, I don't want it to be fleeting. I mean, I could talk to Instagram stories like this. I could do lives every day. But I was like, I don't think that I want it to be on the Instagram platform because I want people to truly connect with me. I want to connect with you. I don't want it to be you watch 5 seconds and then you're on to the next thing kind of thing. It's if you're here watching this, you want to be here watching this. And yeah, and so I was like, okay, how could this look? How could this work? And I thought I could I create a video every single day? And I'm not even promising myself that. I'm not promising you guys that, because I'm like, I'm a mum of two, and I have a business and a husband, and he has his own business and school, etc. So I'm like, I don't know if that's actually physically possible, but let's give it a whirl. So I was like, at least if I could show up every day or every second day or every third day and maybe explain the emotion that I chose and a little bit about maybe, that day and what I was feeling. But also I was like, actually, I want this to be an opportunity to give you an insight into my world, into my creative business. I run a multi-six-figure creative business offering I work with brands mainly. So I do a lot of commissions and collaborations with brands. That's my favorite thing to do. As a generator, I love responding. I love collaboration. I love partnerships. And alongside that, I offer workshops and different things. And I also offer courses as well. And I didn't want this to be salesy in any way. I didn't want this to be something that where I wanted to sell anything to you guys. I just wanted this to be an insight into my creative process, into my mindset, into my business, and share things along the way, share projects I'm working on, share inquiries that I've got, share mindset tips, share things that are coming up, and really take you on that journey throughout the year. And I was like, this is so cool. And I was like, oh my God, why am I even doing this? No one's even going to care or watch it or anything like that. But I also thought, well, what if no one does watch it? At least it's going to be a video diary for myself to look back on, for my kids to watch when they're older, and actually see how the year panned out and see the growth and see the small actions and the small wins and the setbacks and the mindset hurdles and all the juicy things that come along with living day to day and not being in a rush. And I don't know, I feel so excited about this. And I was explaining what I was doing this morning to my husband, because I was like, oh my God, I was up to what I am, this is the idea. And he's like, that's so cool. And yeah, I was like, I don't know where this is going to go. I have no idea. And I think that this is kind of the point as well. And something that, I guess a message from this very first video that I wanted to share is following the joy without knowing the outcome. Because I said to my husband this morning, when I explained this, I was like, I have not been this excited about something that I'm doing in so long. A passion project that I'm oh my God, I'm so excited. And I don't know what that means or where that will go, or if it will even go anywhere except to actually enjoy the pure joy of the moment. I don't know. And this is the thing, I think this is where our brains can be oh, it could lead to this, or it could lead to that, or maybe it's to improve my video skills, or maybe it's or maybe it's to improve my communication skills, or I don't know why I'm doing this on a spiritual level. All I know is that I'm so excited by it that's got to mean something, and that's got to lead me somewhere. And to be honest, that is how my entire business started 12 years ago. I studied graphic design, I was doing illustration, I was doing hand lettering and typography and calligraphy, and I was I'm just loving this so much, and I don't know what this means, and I don't know where it will go. And it turned into a business, and I never planned for that. I always say I have an accidental business because I never wanted to have my own business. It was just I followed the joy and it led me here. And so one of my biggest, I guess, things that I want to commit to this year is following that joy without knowing where it's going to go, and just following the joy for joy's sake. Because at the end of the day, I really truly believe that the excitement and the joy we follow are the breadcrumbs to life, are the breadcrumbs that are going to lead us somewhere. So yeah, I guess my message to you today is like, just follow that joy. Like whatever's lighting you up, it's like it feels really fun and exciting and something that you'd really love to sink your teeth into, and you don't know why, if it has a reason, like just follow that, because you honestly never know where it's going to end up. And I remember someone actually asking me one time, like, Cass, I don't feel as excited about my business or whatever as you are as excited about yours. And I'm like, it's not about looking for the excitement. It's being honest with yourself of what is exciting you right now, because whatever that thing is, it could be so tiny, right? Like the excitement of catching up with someone, or the excitement of painting something for no reason, or the excitement of whatever. It's a breadcrumb to lead you somewhere. And it's like, it's a door that will open maybe that wouldn't have opened before if you didn't follow that. Okay. So it's like just those little, hints and breadcrumbs and messages along the way. So yes. So this is my very first layer, my pink layer on raw canvas that will develop over time. I can't wait to see where it goes. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I thought what a fun journey to share. And I hope that you'll connect with me, and who knows what these videos will turn into. I'm really open to exploring like what they look like, what I talk about, what questions I answer. I don't even know. I literally don't know. I just thought this is a cool idea, and I'd love to connect with you guys like through this concept. So love you. Thank you for being here. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.